Hey all of you, hope you guys are great and welcome back once again. So in the last video we had built our filter section. In this video we're going to build the NFT card section of our NFT marketplace. So here I have already opened the project in the code editor and let's get started. So let's click on this component and we have to create a folder by the name NFT card, create a file, JSX file, nftcard.jsx, and we have to create the CSS file as well. So nftcard module.css. So these are the two files we have created. Come back to the NFT card and type RAFCE, and here we're going to do a couple of internal imports. So let me do this command internal import, and we're going to import our CSS file which is in the same directory. Okay, so that's the internal import. Now let's click here and go to this component index sections, and here we're going to import that component. So let's call it import, and we have to import the NFT card. Okay, and that's what we have to export here. Okay, so this is the pattern we are following, and if you're watching this video right from here, make sure you follow the complete playlist which I will link in the I button on the description, so you can know that what exactly we are building. So that's the export. Now close this one, come back here, close this one, and go to this index page, because this is the component we're going to render in our index page. So here we are on index.home, and the very first thing we have to do is to import the component. So NFT card, okay, just simply remove this simple NFT card, and that's coming from component index. Okay, so you can see. Now we'll scroll down, and here we're going to call the component. Okay, so that's the index.jss, and now we can come here in the applications, and you can see here we have that NFT card component. So that's successfully rendering on our applications. Okay, so let's come here and let's close this one, and now we can start working on our NFT card.jsx. Okay, so let's zoom a bit and let's import couple of things. So first thing, we need the icons, filter, heart. Okay, we need one more, which is a outline heart, and we have to import the image, and that's coming from bootstrap. Then we have to import the next.js image tag. Okay, so that's the external import we have. And let's do a couple of internal imports. So we have to import the images, that's here in this folder. So that's our internal import. So that's, we are done with the internal external import. Now let's start writing. So here we are taking a array, and we're going to loop over the array to render our card. Okay, so we'll take a demo data, we'll take 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9. So I'm taking 9 array. Okay, because that's many element I'm going to display in the front end, in the home page. Okay, let's come down, we have to take a couple of use state. Okay, so we'll call it, let's say, like. Initially it will be true. Now here we have to import use state. Okay, now let's come down and let's remove this, and now let's start working on the JSX. So it will have a div, and it will have a class style dot NFT card. Inside that we're going to take a dynamic block, and in that we're going to call the demo data, and we're going to loop over it map lmi, and it's gonna be an instant return. In that we will take a div, and it will, let's say, it will have a class called style dot NFT card dash box, and it will have a key. Okay, I+1. In that will have another div, it will have a class style dot NFT card image, and in this we're going to use the next.js image tag, and here we're going to provide the source of the image which is inside this image, and we'll call this nft1, and it will have a alt tags nft image. Width is going to be 600 and height is going to be 600 as well. So that's the image. Now we have to assign the class style nft box image. Okay, so this is the pattern which I'm following throughout this entire project, and I believe that you guys are getting familiar. Okay, so that's why I'm going a little faster, because some of you guys have said that I have to go a little faster because my videos are getting very long, like it's 40 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours. So I'll try to go a little faster. So let's do one thing, let's come back to the application and let's scroll down. You can see here we can easily able to render the images. So altogether we are rendering 9 images, so all the images we are displaying. Okay, that's working fine. Let's come down, we'll take another div, it will have a class called style dot NFT box update, And in that we will have another div. We will have a class called, let's say, NFT box update left, and in that we'll have another div. It will say style dot NFT box left dash like. In that, so let's add a on click function on this, and it will say like function. Okay, so this is the function we're going to create, because when someone will click on the like, we want to add the like. Okay, update the like data, and we have to show that like icon. Okay, so that's the function we will create. Now let's come down and we'll take a dynamic block. If the like is true, then we want to display this. Okay, this icon AI fill heart. And if it's not true, then we have to display this normal one. So okay, this will become let's say outfit. So in the first icon we have to display the only outline, the border, and the second, if it's true, it's false, then we have to display the pool icon. Okay, and it will also have a class called style NFT box left like icon. Okay, so that's the class we have to assign. Let's come down and we'll take this ant. Let's add normal space, and we'll give the demo data to 22. Okay, these all data is going to be dynamic. When we fetch the data from our API, we're going to render data dynamically. Okay, but right now for the design purpose, we are giving this hardcode value. Okay, so this is the data we have. Let's come down. We'll take another div. We'll have a class called style, and we'll target the NFT box update right section, and in that we're going to take another div. It will have a class called style NFT box update right, and this time we'll call it info. And in this we're going to display the information about the NFT. Okay, so we'll bring it down. We'll take a small tag, and the first will say that remaining time. So every NFT will have a time schedule. Okay, so when the NFT was updated, is there any offers going on and that particular NFT? So those are the time will assign to the NFT the moment the NFT will create. Okay, so that's what we have here, and we'll take a p tag, and here we'll display the time for the offer. Okay, remaining time, and we'll come down and we'll take a, let's say, another div. It will have a class called style, and we'll call it nav box update and details. In that we'll take a div. It will have a class called style and NFT card update details dash price, and that will have a div. It will have a class called style dot NFT box update details price, and this will call a box. In that we'll render the h4, and here we're going to give this name of the NFT. So let's call this random text. Okay, which is there in the design. Now let's take a div, and we have to call the style, and we're going to target that price box dash box. Okay, in that we'll take a div. It will have a class called NFT box update price box, and this will call bid. Okay, price box bid. Okay, and in that we're going to take the small tag, and we'll cite current bid, and downward we'll take a p tag. It will have the price of the NFT. Okay, 1 ether. Let's come down. Let's take another div. It will have a class style dot let's call it NFT details price box stock. Okay, in that we'll take a small, and here we'll say that 61 in stock. So that's the stock of the NFT. Now let's come down, and we'll take a div. It will have a class, and let's call it style dot NFT update details category. Inside that we'll take our icon, our image icon, because if this is an image, so in this marketplace we are trying to sell 3 different type of NFT: audio, video, and images. Okay, so according to that NFT we're going to display in different icons. Okay, so right now it's a hardcore value image, so that's why I'm giving this image sign, but this data becomes dynamic. Okay, so let's work on the JSX part. So here we are on the website, and you can see everything's working fine. We have that like, we have the name, we have the price, bidding, and stock, and the icon. So everything's displaying perfectly. All the things are working fine. So let's come back to the code, And okay, so here you can see we have to create this like NFT function. So simply copy that and come here and let's create that function. So we'll call it const like NFT and it's gonna be an arrow function. So if like is false, then we have to turn it to true, else we have to turn it to false. So that's a very pretty simple function. So let's come back to the application and now you can click on this and you can see like, unlike, unlike, unlike. So this is working fine. That's working absolutely incredible. So let's come back here. And so everything's working perfectly. So here we have that in here we have the functions and this is the demo array and this is the complete JSX. So let's come back to the CSS and now let's start working on the CSS file. Okay, so let's make this side by side so you guys can see what we are actually working on. So we're going to target the NFT card. Display is going to be grid and grid template column repeat 3 1FR. I'll go a little faster, okay, because this is the styling and you guys are already familiar with the type of styling we are following. So I'll go a little faster here, okay. Gap is going to be 3 RAM. So this is how it will look. Let's come down. Let's add a media query. So it's gonna be a min device. Width is going to be, let's say, 320 pixels and the max device width is going to be, let's say, 425 pixels, and in that we're going to say grid template column 1FR for the mobile device. You can see everything's working fine. Now let's come down and we have to target the NFT card box and background color is going to be our, let's assign a back shadow light color. We have to get the padding 1 RAM, border radius 1 RAM, display grid template column repeat 4 1FR, grid template row repeat 4 1FR. That's how it will look. Let's come down. Let's take a cursor pointer. Box shadow, our box shadow custom color, and that's how it will look. Let's come down. We'll have to target the NFT box. On over effect, we want to target the image and images. Okay, transform scale is going to be 1.0.4 and border radius is going to be 1 RAM. So that's how it will look. Let's come down. We'll target the NFT box update. It will have a grid column 1/1. Same thing for the row 1/1 2. Okay, Z index is going to be something big number. You can give any number. Display is going to be flex, align item center, flex start and justify. Content is going to be space between. Line height is going to be 0, overflow hidden. So that's how it will look on over effect. You can see the box shadow and the text are also aligned perfectly. Mainly our icon or like component. Okay, so let's come here, target the NFT box update, and it's gonna be a left section. Background is going to be our icon color. Padding is going to be 1.5 RAM and 1 RAM. Color is going to be itself main color. And border radius is going to be 2 RAM. Margin 1 RAM. And let's provide the E. So lightness looking good. Let's come down. We'll target the NFT box update, left, like, and display is going to be flex, align item center, font size 1.2 RAM. Target the NFT card box and gap is going to be 5 RAM. Now target the NFT card box left like icon and color is going to be red. That's look good. NFT box update right, and it will have background color to our shadow light, and padding is going to be 0.5 RAM and 5 RAM. Text align is going to be a center. Transform SQX 45 degree, and border bottom is border bottom left radius is going to be 1 RAM. Margin right is going to be -2 RAM. Okay, you can see the styling. Let's come down. We're going to target NFT update right info, and transform is Q minus 45 degree. Okay, background color is going to be our shadow light color. NFT box update right info P would be font size 1.2 RAM, font width 800, NFT box image grid column 1/1, and grid row is 1/end, overflow hidden, and border radius 1 RAM. You can see it's looking perfect. We have the image, everything's working fine. Let's come down. We'll target the NFT box image, and it's will have a border radius 1 RAM, transition all 0.4 second easy in, NFT box update details. So let's come up here. Okay, grid column 1 and grid row, same thing, we have to do this. Line height is going to be a 0, z index something big number, and a line item is going to be flex end. Display is going to be grid, and grid template column 1.fr and 1fr, overflow is going to be hidden. So that looks incredible. Okay, now let's come here. We're going to target the NFT box update details and price. We'll say bar background color, our shadow light, margin left -3 RAM, and padding is going to be 0, 0.5 and 0. That's how it will look. Transform is Q minus 45 degree. Let's plus. Okay, border top right radius is going to be 1 RAM. NFT box update details, price, box, and transform is QY minus 45 degree to make it straight. And let's assign a padding to left is going to be 3 RAM. Let's come down. NFT box update details, price, box, H4. Font size is going to be 1.3 RAM. NFT box update details, price, box, and display is going to be flex. Justify content space between a line item, flex end. Okay, that's look good. Let's come down. We're going to target that NFT box update details, price, box, and bid. Okay, bidding section, and we'll say border 1 pixel solid where our icon color, and padding is going to be 0.2 RAM, 0.5 RAM, align item center, border radius 0.3 RAM. So nice border color we are getting. And let's come down. We're going to target NFT box update detail, price, box, width, and this will be a small. Background color is going to be our icon color. Color itself is going to be a main color, and border radius 0.2 RAM. Padding is going to be 0.2 RAM. So that's look really good. So it's working fine. Now let's come here, target NFT card, NFT box update details, price, box, bid, and we have targeted the P tag, and padding is going to be, let's say 0.5 RAM 000, and that's how it will look. Font size is going to be, font width is going to 600, and NFT box update details category, it will have a color to this icon color, text align end, and margin 1.5 RAM, and font size is going to be 1.5 RAM. So you can see our icon is also looking good. So this card is also looking beautiful. Okay, so let's come here, make it on a full screen. This is how it will look on a 322 pixels, and if I come here, you can see it's already looking much better on a, if you come here, this is how it will look on a big screen, desktop mode. We're gonna fix it. Okay, so this is how it will look, perfectly aligned, and it's also looking good on a mobile device. Now let's work on the media query, and we're going to target NFT box update right, and padding is going to be 0.5 RAM and 2 RAM. Let's NFT box update right info by P. Font size is going to be 1 RAM. You can see right now we have a small text in our mobile, and now our remaining time is working fine. So it's looking good. Now let's close this one, simply copy and replicate this one, and we have to change this media query to 427 and this become 768. Okay, in this we're going to define a width to, let's say, 90%. And what else we have to do? And here in the grid template we have to do the changes. So repeat to 1FR. So we want to display two cards in this media query range on our tablets. Okay, simply close this one, copy and simply paste, delete this part, and here we have to do the changes. 770 and this become 1024, and width is going to be normal, and in this we'll have a 2. Okay, so let's come back. It's looking perfect on a tablet. If we click here, we have, you can see here we have 2, and that's how it will look on a bigger screen, 3. All the functions are working fine. Okay, some problem we have on our click function, not a problem, we're going to fix that. Okay, but I just want to assure you that it's working. We can click and we can change the state of our like. Okay, so that's working, so it's working fine. Let's scroll down. So it's lovely, working fine. Come here, and here we have to assign the width. Okay, the width is going to be 100%, and in the box we have to say width is going to be 80%, and margin 0 and auto. So that will hold the entire div inside the container. Let's come back to the application, and you can see it's looking really big. Okay, let's come here. Let's simply remove this, and that's how it will look on our desktop. Now let's remove this one, 80%, and this will become margin 0 and auto. If we save, now you can see it's look perfect. Okay, so this card is looking absolutely incredible. You can open the filter and close, that's also working fine. And we're going to display the data dynamically. Okay, so we have this tab on the base of the click event on the tab. We have to change the data. Okay, so right now you can see the hard code card, because we are not passing any data in that, but this card is reusable. We can use anywhere in our application because we have designed in that way. So it's look perfect. You can see we have this nice over effect, and that's look good. Let's come here, that's also working fine. Let's come back to the code, and what we can do, let's come here, let's close this one, and I don't want to have the box shadow to this card, so that's what I did. I removed that card box shadow, and now it's looking much better. Okay, so simply do one thing, remove. Let's come down on over effect. We want to add that box shadow. Okay, so let's target that NFT, add a transitions, because we want to have that all 0.3 second easy in. We'll come down and we'll target the NFT card box. On over effect, we want to change the box shadow to this one. Simply uncomment this and save it. Let's come back. As you can see, reload the browser, and on over effect you can see Raya, nice background shadow we are getting. So it's looking good. Okay, that's looking absolutely incredible. And if we do the inspect element, if we go on a mobile device, as you can see, this is how the card will look on a mobile device. Okay, so we have some problem in the mobile device as well, so we have to fix the width. So simply copy this part and scroll all the way in the media query, open this one, and here we already have this. So we can say width is going to be 80% and margin 0 auto. If we save it, and now it's look perfect. Okay, it's taking 90% width. Let's come to the second media query, and here we already have that, and we have to pass only in the mobile device. Okay, so that's look pretty good. Now let's make it full. This is how it will look on a mobile device, and perfectly aligned. And on click event, on over event, we are getting this nice styling. Let's make it big, and this is how it will look. It's responsive. Right now we have display 2, and that's looking incredible. Okay, It's looking really great. Let's make on a big screen, and this is how it will look on a bigger screen, where the filter is taken full and card is also taken full. You can close and you can simply open. Let's make on a desktop, and that's how it will look. Nice over effect, we are getting the style, and does look good. Let's come back to the code. Let's make it to normal box shadow. Okay, now this one is look, let's make it to that one. That was better. Okay, now working fine. Let's come back to the code, and here we can provide margin, let's say from the bottom, let's say 4 RAM. Okay, let's remove the S, and we'll have some space. Increase this to, let's say, 10, and now we have some space from the bottom, and this other component is also working fine. So that's looking great. Okay, this is the ID, this is the timing, event. This one is also working fine. We have this search bar, discover menu, help center, notification, we have button, profile menu, button, this section, dynamic data, dynamic slider, working fine. Again, this is the filter component. We have nice over effect we are getting, and this is the advanced filter, so we can turn it off, on. And this is our NFT card component. This is the category component. You can see this look incredible, nice over effect we are getting. And this is the subscription section, and that's the footer. We have this nice over effect on the icons. Okay, let's do the inspect element and have a look on the mobile device. So it's look good. If we scroll down, make it big. Okay, that's look good. That's how the card would look like. We can change the data, open, close, NFT card component. If we overrun it, we are getting this nice style. So it's 100% responsive for all the devices. You can see that. Okay, so we are going on a good path. Everything is working absolutely incredible. So let's close that, and now we can come back to the code and simply make it full screen, and now we can start uploading this entire code to the GitHub. Okay, so let's close this one, go back, delete this git folder, and delete this one. Simply open up your, check everything, close this one, and open up your terminal, stop the application from running, and type git init to initialize git. Now type git add dot, hit enter. This will add all the files. Now let's come to the GitHub, and this is my repo. Here I am uploading all the source code, and make sure you save this repo along with the, because make sure you save this article, because in this article you will find all the details, all the assets, and what are the functionality we're going to add in this article. Okay, so you can get it from there. So here I will click on this new, I'll give the name to this to NFT card, and it's a NFT card component, so let's call it NFT card. Okay, hit enter, and now we have to run this command. So copy this and hit enter, come back, copy the branch, hit enter, copy the URL, hit enter, and now we have to finally push the code. So copy and push the code. This process will take a little bit time because there is a lot of files, so just wait. So finally the uploading process is completed, and close the terminal and simply come back to GitHub and reload the browser, and here you can able to find the repo, go to the component, and in this NFT card, and we have all the code we have written in this component, so you can check it from there. Okay, and this is what we have built so far. So I hope you guys are enjoying this, whatever we have built so far. That's really making sense. If you really have any questions, any doubt, do leave in the comment section. I'll try to answer, explain that. Okay, with that said, now let's move to the next video. In that we're going to design our collection section. Okay.